Alright, welcome back. And boy, is this exciting. We got our developer's note, and I am excited to take a look even deeper. I only looked at this for a second when I got on my tablet a little bit ago. But let's get, before we look at that, let's get this. For some reason, the music sounds loud in my ear, even though I've got it mixed alright for OBS and whatnot. It's still, I don't know. That's always a little bit louder than just hovering on here. So we'll come out over here and at least use this as a background. And now we'll go into this. Updates. And oh man, I'm excited. HANAHIME Super Evolution. And it actually, this looks pretty good. So I am actually excited. When's this? I don't remember. Yeah, so our future notes. So this will probably come out at the end of the month. So just looking at the base artwork, like I said, this looks really, really good. I've been wondering when they were gonna do a recovery Astromon, and to kind of the one thing I always thought they would do is, and they've already announced it, so we're going to get not only HANAHIME, but we're going to get Seirin as well. And I always thought they'd do Seirin first because of, we had Miho was the first Super Evolution. So I always thought Seirin would have been somewhere in there, but look how long it took them to do Mona's Super Evolution. So this is I'm excited for this one. I've been saving up for that one and whatnot. So ooh, Light and Dark Shelly is coming. All right. Next thing to look at here, this dimensional dungeon. This looks interesting. It'll be kind of, hopefully it's a little more adventure-esque of a map. Because one of the coolest things, I think that even Monster Super League could take looking at other games specifically, but like a dungeon crawling, not just the waves, but like actually letting us pick a way to go. There's so many cool things you could do with Monster Super League that I think is not wasted, but that they could implement into the game to make it more fun for especially older players and newer players alike. There's so many places they could go with the game that that's why I love seeing these updates and seeing new things coming down. Between the continents, particular dungeon. Entry will be strictly limited to masters who have leveled their Astromon above a certain level. Well, I hope this means we're getting a level increase, because we've been at level 60 since the damn game came out. So, this one's interesting though, the Super Ascension. Flying around, explorers from the Astromons associated have named these particular stones found deepest reaches. So I'm wondering if maybe we're gonna get a different has been fully enhanced, interacts with it. The Astromon begins to attune itself to the magic of the stone, resulting in having a new ability awakened. Oh, this is for new abilities. I thought maybe this would actually let us go above level 60. An awakened ability will manifest as a bonus passive ability. Interesting. So that'll be definitely interesting. And then they just go into talking about rebalancing and whatnot. To be honest, this is one thing in the game I've never had an opinion as far as balancing is concerned. Because I don't look at Astromon in such a way that I'm like, wow, this Astromon is so overpowered. Or I guess you could only really look at something in the arena, but this is something I want to screenshot and I want to post, because this is something I've wanted to do, and you guys know this and talking about it. And the whole reason why we're doing this daily video, the only reason I'm doing this daily video in the first place is I really want them to take my feedback, because it's not just me who has the problem with especially summoning the 5 stars in the game. And if you're new here, I would highly suggest going back to my second video I ever posted on the dailies here. So video number 2, and I go into talking why I make these videos. And again, I highly recommend you watch that video, because this is a problem the game has had for a while now. And not to go into it, because again, I spell it out much clearer in that video, because it was much closer to what I had done. But it was almost as bad as what the new Primo Festival did, in the essence that I spent 22,000 gems for the Primo Festival last month, that you guys are, who've watched the dailies have been privy to. But I had spent over 12,000 gems, and just I didn't get anything. And that, to me, is a big flaw with this game, because this game, and again, I will say this 100%, especially to new players, the game does reward you for the time that you put into it. But it is a very big time investment, this game. And whether or not you're willing to stick that out, so to speak, someone like me who's now played for this will be my 4th year, putting 12,000 gems into the slot machine and not getting even a single, payout. And I will use a casino example every single time, because that's exactly what this is. I'm not promised anything, right? I'm not guaranteed anything, and I understand that, and I accept that. However, the way the developers have made this game, though, is you're supposed to get rewarded for that. And when that system fails to work, when you spend so many gems in it, and trust me, I know I sound like I'm complaining right now, as compared to probably, again, some of our veterans who have subscribed to the channel have experienced a much harsher amount of spending gems and not even seeing a 5 star. And I fully admit that, but that's the thing I want to change. That's the algorithm in this game that I want changed, not just for myself, but for the people who come into the game who are fresh. And this way it keeps them interested in the game. It's like, well, if I put the time and the effort into it, I'm going to get rewarded. So if I save up my gems and I'm summoning and whatnot, the game at least feels like it's rewarding. And again, it does come down to your luck. I fully admit I have some pretty shitty ass luck, but at the end of the day, it's one of those things, though, where I just to spend what you save and what the game gives you only to get nothing, man. That's not a good feeling, especially when I look at this as a game. And that's partly my flaw, when I look at Monster Super League. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to jump. I don't want to really jump back into it. Again, if you're interested into why I'm making these daily videos, go watch the second video. And that'll definitely give you insights as to why I'm doing this. But it's one of those things that we see on every patch notes, and most every time. They always say, they're listening to advice, they're looking at Reddit, they're looking at all this stuff. And before I started doing videos, I wrote something I was going to actually post on Reddit, and I wanted to take a screenshot of this and say, you claim that you listen to feedback, that you're looking at these Reddit posts. Well, here's a problem, and this is coming from an older player, that this needs to change going forward. So I only started making the videos because I wanted to have enough ammunition with this year-long journey too, to that I would, when we get to this point next year, next January 1st, we are gonna hatch every egg I have. We're gonna spend all the gems I have on this account, no matter what, on that clan festival, and see what we get. And that's whatever happens there is what I will take forward, as far as, like I said, my ammunition, going to the developers and saying, hey, you said you listened to us. Guess what? It's time for you to listen, and it's time for you to make the changes that actually matter to us. Because I'll be honest, you know, one of the dumbest features that this game has brought in, and whether you like it or not, you know, that's going to be your opinion against mine. But I think one of the dumbest things they've added was the whole PvP replay system, especially since the replay system has a little warning that says this may not be exactly the one-to-one how your battle went. And I'm sorry, at the end of the day, that's such a useless feature to me. I could honestly care less of how I was beaten in Arena while I was not playing the game. It just, to me, that is a useless feature. And even, I can't imagine the people who even play Arena seriously would really care. Well, why am I being beaten by the same team over and over? Well, you can already see what they used, so go look at those Astromons, see their abilities, and then, you know, put two and two together of, well, they probably had them gemmed a certain way to beat your Astromon. And a lot of things come down to luck. I think I just did. Here I am rambling, and I'm on autopilot, and I always, when I'm doing this, I always look at this like, did I just do the Starstone dungeon, or what did I do? Yeah, we did Elemental in that. So we are on track. So, but I'm sorry. That's one thing my one opinion about this I'm not going to change is I think the Arena replay system was a dumb and a waste of time. They could have added more dungeons. They could have added other ways for us to get Super Evolution stones. They could have, you know, there are so many other things at this game. They could have they could have actually maybe put a 5-star that's higher than a legendary that you rarely see out in the wild. They could redo some of the Astromon that you can go out and capture, because the fact is we shouldn't have Miho in the egg pool, because at the end of the day, if I can go out and capture her, I don't want her to screw up the probability of me getting something else that I can't go out and catch, you know? You guys hear me, you know, talked about the Rebirth Festival right now, right? So Beth is not a bad Rebirth Festival monster, and it's only the only reason why I say that Beth is not bad is because we only get one version of Beth out in the wild. You can only get the wood Beth when you go out and do when you want to go capture, right? What I'm talking about changing the algorithm or changing some of these maps is, why not then change it like you already do for Miho? You change difficulty levels and look what happens. You go from fire to water to wood. So you can capture all 3 versions of her. Why does it only do that for Miho and not for anything else, right? So there's a change that could have been coded into the game instead of trying to figure out, because I even remember when the Arena thing came out, they kind of said the game really wasn't meant for this system. We really had to, you know, they made it sound like they jumped through hoops and bounds just to get this into the game. Like, again, it's the most important thing in the world. And it was like, no, it's not. That's only 10% of your content. What about the other 80% of the game? Or excuse me, that'd be 90% of the game, you know? And again, if you like the replay system, I am bashing it pretty hard, but again, there are other things in this game that should have been a priority than adding that. And that's just, again, that's going to be my opinion on that one. All right, let's see here. I was messing around in here earlier for a little bit. Man, what is with these gimmies? All right, you guys want me to just beat your team? That's fine. I will take the free wins. I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's do... I really should just be throwing Astromon in here, but at the same time... my brain wants to be a little methodical. So yeah, again, there's I'm excited again that we get these developer notes that stuff is being added in the game. Again, I'm really excited to see HANAHIME have a super evolution as our first recovery Astromon to get that. Again, I'm excited to see Saren get a super evolution as well. For as little as that I use a recovery Astromon, but for the content that I have, you know, I am excited to see that kind of stuff. I'm excited to see new dungeons come into the game, new continents, just new anything is really great. But this stuff could have been added. I almost want to argue years, you know, a couple years ago. You know, we could have had these fresh new features other than what we're getting. Well, let's take a gander here. So this first team can just, you know, we're just not even gonna mess with that. So let's reset all these. So if I wanted to cheese this one, I would probably go past that. This one's a little bit easier just because unless they've gemmed these two with any sort of HP, if they haven't gemmed these attackers just properly, meaning just flat out, just full on attack, we can take them down pretty easily. We can even survive a hit from one of them. These two are scary just because they're tanks, and then this last one's should be no problem to knock through. So let's do 2 of these, and then we'll move on to arena, and we will call it a day from listening to Leon rant, and we'll move on to greener pastures. I think I want Persephone on this one to knock these guys out quickly. Let's throw you in there. Let's put... You've got my better attack, so yeah, you've got those on there. Another handy little tip for my new players out there too. One of the best things out here is you can hold down to look at your Astromon, and it gives you a sum of what your statistics are instead of you having to do math in your head when you're in your storage area. So when you're out and about, you can kind of just see the collection of what you have. And once again, I haven't forgotten about I've been asked to do like how I gem my Astromon for the content that I do. I haven't forgotten that video. I actually have that video done, but it's also something I've been also taking a double take on with wanting to start a new account and do a new account playthrough. So have patience with me. I will get that video out soon. I think what I want to do here, just to be a little bit on the safe side, because I've got gems on this one too, right? Yeah, I do, considering she's got 10,000 attack. Let's just throw her in there. Let's do Druid S2 for whatever they throw at me. And then let's just blow up that last team. Let's actually do Fenrir, Mona. What's down there? That water. Let's do Jean, and I will always, for good measure, throw my HANAHIME. Let's see how badly I can lose this. I don't expect to lose this, but it'll definitely come down to what their middle Astromon were gemmed like. I'm not afraid of their bottom team. This team's kind of scary just because, again, the 3 super evolutions, one being a tank with HP aggression. I don't remember what the other one is. I think that one was a tank too, but let's see how much this shreds. Pretty decently. And they had super evolution Yuki hidden, so we can just easily go yoink. You don't get to use your special anymore. Let's have you get rid of the Dark Mona. And even though you... Oh, just on that cusp. Well, let's see how hard Victoria hit her. Oh, man. I almost died. Holy crap. That was scary. I can't believe my Dark Persephone almost went down there. That was scary. See how hard this hits. Well, remember how I said I wasn't necessarily afraid? The only thing that sucks is she has her full bar, and these three are so susceptible. So let's see if we can kill her. Yes, we can. We did it. We got there. Whew. Heart skipped a beat there for a second. I guess I could have... I can always replace HANAHIME here for a Sapper. I could have used my Dark Yuki 100% in there. But again, what's... having a little fun and riding the edge. You know what I mean? Gotta have fun. And even as well as kind of messed around with this team. Look at me just getting wrecked. This is from a random match, too. And I have no doubt they're probably winning by taking out this first team pretty easily and then getting this team. They might actually not be doing this team. They might be doing my trick and skipping my round 2 and going to here. But again, I'm not so worried about the Champions League or anything on here. So... Now this is pretty funny. I make the joke every day. This still makes me laugh. This still puts a smile on my face. This person, whoever this is, either they were just trying to burn their tickets, which actually I think they got rid of the fact that if you try and just fight somebody over and over again, you don't get medals. I think they got rid of that at least a couple of years ago. Because the last time I tried that didn't happen, but this is pretty funny. I do say how every day no one comes to mess with me. Well, somebody just burned all their tickets to mess with me, and they didn't win a single time. So about that. That was good. That one put a smile on my face. All right. So I picked a fight with this one for a reason. You are a little bit of a pain in the booty. And you've got that. So I think you can stun. Let's see if I get a shock off on you. Nope. Let's get a taunt. Thank you. I'll take 1 CC. I'm so glad that y'all went after my Victoria with my defense up. I appreciate that. You've got the defense thing, but one thing that I will point out again too. This goes even for running maps for my newer players out there. The AI in Monster Super League. I laughed at this comment. This was 3 years ago now when I was first learning how to run capture festivals. So this was about my 2nd or 3rd month that I started testing how to do capture festivals efficiently. The AI in Monster Super League is dumb. It is so dumb. But it does follow what you would expect. So this guy is water. He will 100% go after my Fire Victoria because water beats fire. That's how the AI will work. So I don't have to worry about this guy because he's just going to hit my tank. So I don't have to put any effort in this guy because his AI is not going to prioritize the fact that he does neutral damage to my 2 dark monsters or my light monster. So this is where I take advantage of the AI and go, well, you're just going to attack her. She's a tank. She has defense, so you're not going to kill her. Yes, does she not have her same ability that he has up, which is to reduce damage taken? But I really don't care because these 3 are strong enough to kill him even with his barrier up, so I can turn around and just focus on this Anubis over here. And I got the stun up, so he's gonna go back over there to hit her, and barely touched her. She resisted, and all I'm gonna do here, just for fun, I'm not gonna use her ability. I'm just gonna go, got the taunt off. I'm gonna unselect him and auto this, so all 3 go off, and then boom. So now the AI did get a little bit of an improvement, but it wasn't by much, and that was the fact that they stopped using their special ability when there was 1 monster left. That was a little annoying when we were doing capture festivals and they'd waste animation time trying to do their special ability on one monster. That's about the only improvement to the AI that has happened in the past 4 years that I've been playing the game, so I guess we can pat them on the back for that one. And I am in an arena mood, so let's do one more. Let's knock one more of these out. We're already at my time limit. Like I said, I don't like to make very long daily videos. It's pretty much going to be synonymous with how the channel is you guys are going to come in here and go, oh man, it's 30 minutes. Leon must be talking about something. Here we go. At least that's how I look at it. Let's see. Let's stun you. Yeah, we didn't get it. I don't really want to see what's going to... Well, I don't really control that either. But, so once again, I know these guys are water. They're going to go after my Victoria. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get her damage reduction up. And so she's not going to take any damage. Let's see what you got hidden back here. Oh, it's a mirror battle. And I won that. Let's get this. Stun? Can I get a shock? Nope. Still resisted. Still resisted. Well, too bad for y'all. That is the power of my 2 workhorses right there. But, alright. That's enough arena. We're getting close to farming this up to here. We almost have enough to get another gleam out of here, which is good. That's another video that I want to cover, but I will be doing that with the new account here. Probably going to start getting those videos out. I've already started doing some recording with it, so I'll get those videos out probably by Wednesday. Again, that stuff takes, just like everything else, just takes a lot of time to get done and also get out what I want to, topics I want to cover with it, just so I make sure I'm doing a thorough job with it. But that's the end of this daily. I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you did at the end of this video, I appreciate it, and I will see you in tomorrow's daily. See ya.